Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I want to share a perspective that might surprise you at first. It's the idea that sometimes the best thing you can do is this: never tell people what you do. In today's world where social media and constant connectivity dominate our lives, it's tempting to talk about our goals and plans openly. We share our dreams with friends, announce our intentions to the world, and hope for encouragement. But often, the act of talking about what we aim to do can actually hold us back from achieving those very goals. The principle that actions speak louder than words becomes crucial here. It reminds us that success is not about what we say, but about what we do. When you focus on actions rather than words, you shift your energy toward tangible results instead of empty declarations. Talking about your plans can sometimes give you a premature sense of accomplishment. When you share your intentions, the positive reactions from others may feel like a reward, tricking your brain into believing you've already achieved something. This phenomenon is called social reality. Your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, when others praise your ideas or encourage your goals. However, this can create complacency. You feel satisfied and lose the drive to put in the hard work needed to turn your dreams into reality. Instead of focusing on progress, you find yourself stuck in the illusion of achievement, which is purely based on words rather than results. Actions, on the other hand, build credibility and trust. Think about it. If someone constantly talks about their big plans but never follows through, how likely are you to take them seriously? Over time, their words lose meaning and people stop paying attention. In contrast, someone who quietly works toward their goals and achieves them earns respect and admiration. They don't need to explain themselves because their actions tell the story. People naturally gravitate toward doers, not talkers. The person who delivers results without grandstanding inspires others far more than the one who only makes promises. Focusing on action also ensures that your energy is directed where it matters most. Talking about what you plan to do requires effort. You explain, justify, and discuss, often spending hours in conversations about something that hasn't even happened yet. This energy could be better spent on the actual process of achieving your goals. When you focus solely on action, you eliminate distractions and stay on track. Every ounce of your effort goes into creating something meaningful rather than dispersing it in words that lead nowhere. Moreover, actions speak louder than words because they have a lasting impact. Words can be forgotten or dismissed, but tangible results leave a mark. When you achieve something through consistent effort, it becomes undeniable proof of your capability. You no longer need to convince anyone of your potential. Your achievements speak for themselves. This not only boosts your confidence, but also builds your reputation. People begin to see you as someone who doesn't just dream, but delivers. Another reason why actions matter more than words is that they foster a sense of personal integrity. When you follow through on your commitments without feeling the need to broadcast them, you stay true to yourself. You don't rely on external validation or applause to motivate you. Instead, your motivation comes from within, driven by your desire to succeed and the satisfaction of seeing your efforts bear fruit. This intrinsic motivation is far more powerful and sustainable than the fleeting validation of verbal acknowledgement. Lastly, taking action instead of talking creates opportunities for growth. When you're focused on doing, you're actively learning, experimenting, and improving. You gain experience that words can't teach you. Each step you take brings you closer to your goal, and every challenge you face along the way helps you grow stronger and wiser. In contrast, when you spend too much time talking, you miss out on these valuable lessons because you're not engaging with the real-world process of turning your ideas into reality. Ultimately, it's not what you say that defines you, it's what you do. The world is filled with people who make promises, but only a few follow through. By choosing action over words, you distinguish yourself as someone who doesn't just dream, but achieves. Instead of telling people what you're going to do, show them through your results. Let your actions speak louder than words, and you'll find that success becomes not just a possibility, but a reality. When we share our goals and ambitions with others, it can feel empowering. There's a sense of pride and excitement that comes from announcing what we're planning to achieve. However, this act of sharing can sometimes create an unexpected trap. the illusion of progress. When you tell people what you're going to do, your brain rewards you with a sense of satisfaction, as if you've already accomplished part of the task. This is a psychological phenomenon that often undermines your ability to stay motivated and disciplined in pursuing your goals. The problem with sharing your plans is that it shifts the focus away from doing the work and places it on receiving external validation. When you tell someone about a goal, they may respond positively, offering words of encouragement or admiration. While this feedback can feel good in the moment, it can create a false sense of achievement. Your brain registers the praise as a reward, releasing dopamine, the same chemical associated with actual accomplishments. As a result, you feel satisfied even though you haven't taken any meaningful steps toward your goal. This satisfaction can reduce your drive to put in the effort required to make your plans a reality. The danger of this false accomplishment is that it leads to complacency. Instead of channeling your energy into action, you become content with the idea of the goal itself. The excitement of announcing your intentions replaces the motivation to work hard. You might start to believe that just because people have acknowledged your plan, it's already on its way to fruition. But in reality, nothing has changed. Your goal remains an idea, and unless you take deliberate steps to bring it to life, it will stay that way. Another issue with sharing your goals too early is that it opens the door to unnecessary pressure and expectations. When you tell others what you're planning to do, they may start asking for updates or checking on your progress. This can create a sense of obligation to meet their expectations, which might not align with your own timeline or priorities. Instead of focusing on what's best for you in your process, you may find yourself trying to satisfy others, which can be distracting and counterproductive. Additionally, not everyone you share your goals with will offer support or encouragement. Some people might doubt your abilities, question your plans, or even discourage you from pursuing them. These negative responses can chip away at your confidence and make you second guess yourself. By keeping your goals to yourself, you protect them from unnecessary scrutiny and negativity. This allows you to focus on what truly matters, taking action and making progress without external interference. Go ahead. One of the most powerful benefits of resisting the urge to share your goals is that it forces you to rely on intrinsic motivation. When you don't seek external validation, you have to find the drive within yourself to keep moving forward. This internal motivation is far more sustainable than relying on praise or encouragement from others. It's grounded in your personal commitment to your goal and your belief in its value. As a result, you're more likely to stay focused and consistent in your efforts. Moreover, keeping your goals private gives you the freedom to experiment, learn, and adapt without the fear of judgment. When you share your plans with others, you may feel pressured to stick to a specific path or outcome, even if it's not working. But when you keep your goals to yourself, you have the flexibility to change course if needed. You can test new ideas, learn from your mistakes, and refine your approach without worrying about what others might think. There's also a sense of satisfaction that comes from achieving something without having announced it in advance. When you keep your goals private, the moment of accomplishment feels more personal and meaningful. It's a reminder that you didn't achieve success for the applause or recognition of others, but because you believed in yourself and worked hard to make it happen. This sense of self-reliance can be incredibly empowering and motivates you to pursue even greater challenges. In the end, the most important thing to remember is that progress happens through action, not words. Announcing your goals might feel rewarding in the moment, but it doesn't bring you any closer to achieving them. Instead, focus on putting in the work and letting the results speak for themselves. By avoiding the trap of false accomplishment, you free yourself to channel all your energy into meaningful progress. Success isn't about what you say you're going to do, it's about what you actually do. In a world that thrives on communication, sharing ideas, and publicizing plans, there's a surprising power in embracing mystery. When you keep your intentions and goals to yourself, you cultivate an air of intrigue that can often work in your favor. Mystery creates curiosity. People are naturally drawn to what they don't fully understand, and by withholding too much information about your work or aspirations, you make others more interested in what you're doing. This fascination can open doors, build influence, and enhance your ability to connect with others without having to oversell yourself. When you constantly tell people what you're doing, you leave little to the imagination. While this might seem harmless, it can actually dilute the impact of your efforts. When everything is laid out openly, the excitement of discovering something new disappears. On the other hand, when you choose to keep things understated, people begin to wonder about you. They start asking questions. What are they working on? How are they achieving these results? Curiosity builds interest, and interest often leads to respect. It's this subtle allure of the unknown that can set you apart in a world where everyone else is trying to shout over the noise. There's a psychological element at play here. People tend to assign greater value to what they perceive as rare or exclusive. When you don't openly broadcast your every move, you create the perception that your work or goals are unique and worth paying attention to. It's not about being secretive, it's about being intentional with what you choose to share. Instead of giving away all the details, you allow people to focus on the essence of your achievements rather than getting lost in the minutia. This approach often makes your work appear more significant and impactful than if it were openly dissected and analyzed. Keeping an air of mystery also protects you from the dangers of oversharing. When you tell people everything about your plans, you expose yourself to unnecessary opinions, doubts, and criticisms. Not everyone will understand your vision or support your approach, and their feedback, whether well-meaning or not, can sometimes plant seeds of self-doubt. By choosing not to reveal too much, you shield yourself from external noise that could derail your focus. You maintain control over your narrative and ensure that your work progresses without being influenced by the expectations or judgments of others. There's also a strategic advantage in not revealing too much too soon. In competitive environments, sharing your plans can give others the opportunity to replicate or outmaneuver you. Whether it's a business idea, a creative project, or a personal goal, premature disclosure can undermine your efforts. By maintaining a degree of privacy, you safeguard your ideas and ensure that they have the time and space to mature before being exposed to the world. This not only protects your work, but also gives you the confidence to innovate without fear of imitation or interference. Furthermore, mystery builds influence by creating a sense of exclusivity around you and your work. When people are unsure of the full extent of what you're doing, they're more likely to approach you with curiosity and respect. They value your perspective because it isn't readily available to everyone. This can lead to meaningful connections and opportunities as people become eager to learn from you or collaborate with you. Your perceived value increases simply because you've chosen not to over-explain or overexpose yourself. Another benefit of keeping things under wraps is the sense of freedom it provides. When you're not constantly explaining your plans to others, you're free to explore and adapt without worrying about meeting anyone else's expectations. This freedom allows you to stay true to your vision and make decisions based on what's best for you rather than what others might think. You can experiment, take risks, and learn from failures without the added pressure of having to justify your choices to an audience. Mystery also has a profound impact on your confidence. When you rely less on external validation and more on your own belief in your abilities, you develop a stronger sense of self-assurance. You're not seeking approval or applause. You're focused on achieving your goals for your own satisfaction. This inner confidence becomes evident in the way you carry yourself, further enhancing the intrigue that surrounds you. Ultimately, choosing to embrace mystery is not about hiding who you are or what you're capable of. It's about being selective and intentional with the information you share. By allowing your actions to take center stage, you naturally attract the attention and respect of others without having to demand it. People are drawn to those who let their results speak for themselves, and the intrigue you create by staying understated only amplifies that effect. In a world where everyone is vying for attention, the quiet power of mystery can often be your greatest asset. In a world that constantly demands our attention, energy is one of the most valuable resources we possess. Every day we wake up with a finite amount of it, and how we choose to spend it determines the course of our progress. When you share your goals and plans with others, you may not realize how much energy this consumes. Energy that could be better directed toward meaningful action. By choosing to keep your ambitions private, you conserve your energy and ensure it's spent where it matters most, on the effort required to turn your dreams into reality. Talking about your goals can be deceptively draining. Explaining what you intend to do, why you want to do it, and how you plan to achieve it requires time and mental effort. It may feel like a productive activity, but in reality, it often serves as a distraction. Each conversation you have about your goals takes focus away from the actual work. Instead of brainstorming solutions, refining your approach, or taking actionable steps, you're caught up in the act of sharing, justifying, or even defending your aspirations. Over time, this can sap your motivation and leave you with less energy for what truly matters. Another issue with oversharing is the emotional toll it can take. When you tell people about your plans, their responses can be unpredictable. Some may offer support and encouragement, but others might be critical, skeptical, or dismissive. Even well-meaning feedback can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially if it conflicts with your vision or strategy. Navigating these reactions requires emotional energy, which can leave you feeling drained or even doubting your own abilities. By keeping your plans to yourself, you protect your emotional well-being and avoid unnecessary stress. You create a mental space where you can focus on your goals without external interference. Conserving your energy also helps you maintain momentum. When you're not constantly talking about what you want to do, you're free to channel all your resources into taking action. Momentum is a powerful force that builds as you make progress, and it's far easier to sustain when you're focused and undistracted. Each step you take fuels the next, creating a cycle of productivity that propels you forward. In contrast, when you spend too much time talking, you risk breaking this cycle. The energy that could have been used to complete a task or overcome a challenge is instead dissipated in conversation, leaving you with less drive to continue. Keeping your goals private also allows you to work at your own pace. When you share your plans with others, you may feel pressure to meet their expectations or adhere to their timelines. This pressure can disrupt your natural rhythm and force you to make compromises that don't align with your vision. By conserving your energy and working quietly, you stay in control of You can take the time you need to think, plan, and execute without feeling rushed or influenced by external opinions. Furthermore, conserving your energy by staying silent about your goals enables you to remain adaptable. When you're not locked into a public declaration of your plans, you're free to pivot or change direction as needed. This flexibility is crucial for navigating challenges and seizing new opportunities. Instead of expending energy on explaining why you're making changes, you can focus entirely on implementing them. This ability to adapt without external scrutiny gives you a significant advantage in achieving your goals. Another important aspect of conserving energy is avoiding the trap of premature satisfaction. When you talk about your goals, the positive reactions you receive can create a false sense of accomplishment. Your brain rewards you with a rush of dopamine, the chemical associated with achievement, even though you haven't actually achieved anything yet. This can lead to complacency, where the act of sharing becomes a substitute for the hard work required to succeed. By resisting the urge to share, you avoid this pitfall and stay motivated to take action. Conserving your energy also allows you to focus on quality over quantity. When you're not distracted by the need to explain or justify yourself to others, you can dedicate your full attention to doing your best work. This focus often results in higher quality outcomes, which speak louder than any words ever could. People notice when someone delivers exceptional results, and the effort you put into your work will naturally shine through. Unlike the other 12 songs on the record, finally, protecting your energy by keeping your goals private fosters a sense of self-reliance. When you're not seeking validation or approval from others, you develop a stronger connection to your own motivations and values. You learn to trust yourself and your ability to make decisions, which builds confidence and resilience. This inner strength becomes a powerful driving force that sustains you even in the face of challenges. In the end, conserving your energy is not just about being efficient. It's about being intentional. By choosing to focus your time, effort, and emotions on what truly matters, you maximize your chances of success. Instead of spending your energy on words, you invest it in action, and that investment pays off in the form of real progress. Protect your energy, stay focused, and let your results speak for themselves. There's a unique power in allowing your success to speak for itself. In a world where people often talk more than they act, quietly achieving your goals without seeking constant acknowledgement sets you apart. Success that is demonstrated through results carries far more weight and credibility than success that is merely claimed through words. When you focus on letting your accomplishments speak for themselves, you create an authentic reputation that commands respect, fosters trust, and leaves a lasting impact. When you constantly talk about what you're going to do, it can sometimes come across as boasting or overpromising. People may become skeptical, wondering if your words will ever translate into action. Over time, this can erode your credibility, especially if you fail to deliver on your promises. In contrast, when you quietly work on your goals and present the results, there is no room for doubt. The tangible outcomes are undeniable proof of your efforts and capabilities. They speak louder and more convincingly than anything you could say. Success that is backed by action also creates a sense of authenticity. In a world filled with noise, where many people seek validation through appearances or exaggerated claims, authenticity is a rare and valuable quality. When your achievements come from genuine effort rather than empty words, they resonate more deeply with others. People are drawn to those who embody integrity and humility. And by allowing your success to speak for itself, you naturally build these traits into your personal and professional image. Moreover, when you focus on delivering results rather than talking about them, you avoid the unnecessary pressure that comes from setting public expectations. Announcing your plans can create a burden of accountability to others, which might not align with your personal timeline or approach. This pressure can be counterproductive, causing you to rush your work or make decisions that aren't in your best interest. By keeping your goals to yourself and letting your results do the talking, you free yourself from these constraints and maintain full control over your process. Allowing success to speak for itself also fosters a sense of self-confidence. When you achieve something through hard work and dedication without relying on external validation, you build a stronger belief in your own abilities. This intrinsic confidence is far more sustainable than any applause or recognition from others. It becomes a driving force that motivates you to take on new challenges and push your limits, knowing that you have the capability to achieve your goals without needing constant reassurance. Another benefit of letting your actions speak is the respect and admiration it garners from others. People are naturally more impressed by those who achieve results without making a spectacle of their efforts. When you quietly succeed, you demonstrate discipline, focus, and self-control, qualities that are universally respected. This approach often leads to greater opportunities as people recognize you as someone who can deliver without seeking undue attention or recognition. Furthermore, focusing on results rather than talk allows you to build momentum. Every achievement, no matter how small, adds to your track record and fuels your progress. This momentum creates a positive cycle where each success motivates you to aim higher and achieve more. It also helps you establish a reputation as someone who gets things done, which can open doors to collaborations, partnerships, and other forms of support that further accelerate your growth. One of the most rewarding aspects of letting your success speak for itself is the personal satisfaction it brings. Achieving something significant without needing to announce it beforehand creates a deep sense of fulfillment. It's a reminder that your efforts were driven by a genuine desire to grow and succeed rather than a need for external validation. This quiet satisfaction is often more meaningful and enduring than any public recognition could ever be. Additionally, allowing your success to speak for itself protects you from the risks of premature celebration. When you announce your goals too early, you risk creating a false sense of accomplishment that can sap your motivation. By keeping your focus on action and results, you avoid this pitfall and maintain the drive needed to see your plans through to completion. The eventual success feels all the more rewarding because it was achieved through consistent effort and discipline. Finally, letting your results do the talking sets a positive example for others. In a culture that often prioritizes appearances over substance, demonstrating the value of hard work and perseverance can inspire those around you to adopt a similar mindset. You become a role model, showing that success is not about making promises, but about delivering on them. This influence can have a ripple effect, encouraging others to focus on action and integrity in their own pursuits. In the end, success is most impactful when it is earned and evident. By prioritizing action over words, you build a legacy of achievement that speaks for itself. You don't need to convince anyone of your capabilities because your results do the convincing for you. This quiet confidence and authenticity not only lead to greater respect and opportunities, but also create a sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing you achieved something meaningful without relying on external applause. Let your actions define you, and let your success tell the story. When you work quietly and allow your results to emerge naturally, you gain an invaluable asset, the element of surprise. In a world where people often advertise their every move, surprising others with unexpected achievements can have a powerful impact. This approach not only sets you apart, but also allows you to bypass unnecessary expectations, distractions, or interference. By keeping your goals and efforts private, you preserve the ability to impress and influence in ways that are both strategic and deeply memorable. The element of surprise captures attention in a way that constant updates or announcements cannot. When people are unaware of your efforts, they don't anticipate the outcomes, and when those outcomes exceed their expectations, the effect is magnified. This moment of astonishment leaves a lasting impression, as unexpected success is often perceived as more remarkable and impactful. It positions you as someone who works diligently behind the scenes and delivers results that speak for themselves. When surprising others with your success also protects you from the burden of external pressure. When you share your plans prematurely, you invite scrutiny, opinions, and sometimes even skepticism. These external influences can be distracting and may even shake your confidence. By staying quiet, you remove these pressures and give yourself the freedom to focus solely on your work. Without the weight of others' expectations, you can pursue your goals in a way that feels authentic and aligned with your vision. Another advantage of this approach is that it helps you manage potential criticism or doubt. When you announce your intentions, there's always a risk that others will question your ability to follow through. This doubt can be discouraging or lead to unnecessary conflict. However, when you keep your plans private, you eliminate the opportunity for premature judgment. Instead of debating your potential, people are confronted with undeniable results, making it impossible to challenge your credibility. The element of surprise is also a strategic tool in competitive environments. By working quietly, you minimize the chances of others replicating or interfering with your efforts. When your success arrives without warning, it catches competitors off guard, giving you an advantage. This strategic unpredictability enhances your ability to stand out and achieve your goals without external interference. Ultimately, surprising others with your achievements reinforces the value of action over talk. It allows you to maintain focus, protect your process, and create meaningful, lasting impressions. The quiet pursuit of success is often the most powerful way to leave an indelible mark.